Shalom. Just sharing thoughts as I believe Abba give them to me, and study for yourself, and just consider the words I say. See, man wants to get rid of the law, but everything that was created was based on the law. Like I said before, you can't get rid of the law, because if you get rid of the law, you get rid of everything attached. And that's what the enemy did. He came in to get rid of the law, see? And he deceived the woman. And the man was not strong enough to hold on to the law, but he listened to the will of the woman, who did not know the law. And in doing so, he messed up all of creation. He messed up all of creation. And because he messed up all of creation, he left from the spiritual being, who they didn't have to do anything except commune with Yahusha every day in the cool of the garden every evening, to get further instruction for the next day, or a day to the Lord is like 1,000 years, but until the next moment, a second, however, when the next, for further instructions, when he came every evening to give them further instructions of the law, for them to eat and to live. That's all they had to do. But because the enemy wanted to get them away from the law, just like they do today, he got man put out of the garden of ease, the garden of everything taken care of for you. All you have to do is just speak to the sun every day. Every evening in the cool of the day, to get further instructions. So as they got put out, they felt condemned. They felt all of these things because they know they had messed up. And then he says, and the only way for man to return is he got to, because now man became a fleshly beast. Man left his first estate. Like in Jude, he said the angel left his first estate and fell into chains of darkness. So he got put out of the light and put into darkness and became a creature. Became a creature of flesh with fleshly desires and fleshly ways and works of the flesh. So he's put out now. And he wants to come back. He wanted to come back, but he didn't know how, because Yahusha put him out at I believe it was the east end of the garden. I believe it was. And he put a cherubim there with a flaming sword that turned in every direction, so you couldn't sneak in any kind of way. So on the way back to the garden, you got to go through fiery trials. You got to eat that word, eat the law. And the only way back in is to when you can get past those flaming swords, but you got to suffer the consequences of going through that flame, through that fire. That fiery trial to get you back into the garden. You got to endure to the end. It's the only way you're going to get back into the garden. But also, man didn't know that Yahuwah and Yahusha, just like in Proverbs 7, 8 and 22 through I believe 34, where he said he was the land. He said he was daily Abba's delight. When Abba created him, and people say I'm called. Yahusha was called, was created and called outside of time. That's why he is God too. Yah created him outside of time, which made him God. He created his son outside of time, and then he sent him into time through the canal of a woman they call Mary or Miriam. He was a son created just like his body shall be created without hands. No man has touched Yah's creation. Yah sent that vessel into the earth without the help of a man touching it, because it was born of Yah. See, that's why I know this is from him, because these words I'm speaking is not the thoughts I had gotten when I was told to speak this. So, also this what they call him the second Adam. This is the second chance. The first Adam messed up, but this was no surprise to Abba. That's why he had created his first begotten son that wasn't touched. Just like the first Adam wasn't touched by man, he created that one too, out of the dirt. But this second Adam was created out of heaven itself. Matter of fact, this second Adam came straight out of the bosom of Yah himself. The exact image of Yah himself in the world. And all those who Yah shall choose to call and begotten of himself in the world shall be transformed in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye. The creations of Yah himself, not made with hands. So now that and I heard somebody was speaking on Abba, and they were trying to say that Abba, Yahuwah, on YouTube, and they kind of say Yahweh and all these different things, or that's the devil, and I don't call him Yahweh, I call him Yahuwah, Yah. There's all kind of deceptions in the world, and some people are saying things out of ignorance, and then they say, well, Yah is really the devil, and I don't know why I'm going this way, because it's not even what I'm talking about, but I guess I'm gonna get back on focus. But then we see right here, if that person is listening, we see who the devil really was. The devil was Adam. He was a murderer from the beginning, because he brought sin. He said by one man's sin came into the world, and by another man's salvation came into the world. That first Adam, he killed all mankind by his disobedience, because everybody took after his nature after that, and into that fallen nature, that beast, that creature. In the second Adam, Yahusha, and his father Yah had already made up a plan to come in to save mankind. He was a lamb slain from the very foundation of the world. He already knew that man was going to fall, but this was his plan. Adam, where are you? The woman gave me. She made me do what she told me to do. She made me eat of her own mind. We ate of our own mind, our own thinking. So you mean to tell me I told you, soon as you start doing what you want to do, you're gonna die. But what I didn't tell you was we already made a plan. Yahusha is the lamb slain from the very foundation of the world. He was created out of time. So, that's why Elohim, the great Elo, said to Elo, Yahusha, your throne, O Elohim, is an everlasting scepter. This is, I believe, in Hebrews, also in Psalms. Well, Yah called him Elohim, because he was created for that purpose, to come and save the world and return you back to Yah, and return you back from a creature into the sons and daughters of Yah, back into the spiritual Elos that he created from the beginning, Elohims that he created from the beginning, to take you from that fallen state, that first, and return you to your first estate, that where you fell from, due to Adam and his wife that they call Eve. Okay. I went a little farther than I thought I was going to go, but let me try to put some scriptures in there. Revelations 13:8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. Romans 8:19-22. For the earnest expectation of the creature, that's that fallen state, waited for the manifestations of the sons of God. He said, in my Father's house are many mansions. If it was not so, I would have told you. See, these mansions are these new glorified bodies, celestial and terrestrial, depending on what Yah has purposed you. But both of them shall live forever, and he gonna change you back into that to the positions of sons of Yah, and you're gonna depart from the carnal creatures that man became based on the sin of the first man, named Adam. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willing by reason of him who is subjected the same in hope, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yah. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together unto now. See, we messed it up for everything, the birds, the star, the sea. We messed it up for the dogs, the cats, everything that, we corrupted everything by disobedience. We messed it up for everybody. You ruined it for everybody. Excuse me, I'm kind of silly sometimes. But Genesis 3:22-24. And Yahuwah Elo said, Behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand, and take also the tree of life, and eat, and live forever. Therefore, Yah Elo sent him forth from the Garden of Eden, to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man, and placed at the east of the Garden of Eden, cherubims, and a flaming sword which turned every way, to keep the way of the tree of life. So he put that, the Old and the New Testament, that one book. So there's no way you can get in the Old, the Law, the New Covenant. It's all the Word. It's all Yahusha, which is the lawgiver. And the only way you can get back in, you got to go through that fire, that fiery trial. You got to be able to walk back into to your rightful position as sons of God. You got to walk through that sword. You got to, until it don't cut you no more, till you become, till he cut away all the flesh, and you become that spiritual being that you once were. Galatians 5:19-21. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these. This is what he fell to: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variances, humiliations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envious, murderers, drunkenness, revelings, such like, of the which I tell you before, as if I have told you in times past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God, the kingdom of Yah. And then, because of time's sake, I'll just cut it short, and I'll go to these scriptures. We know that whosoever is born of Yah sinneth not, but he that is begotten of Yah keepeth himself, and that wicked one touches him not. Whoever is, this is 1 John 3:9, whosoever is born of Yah does not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin, because he is born of Yah. So, Yah is going to, once again, make man into what he created him to be. And he's not going to leave it to chance for you to mess up no more. He's going to place his word in your hearts and in your minds that you cannot sin when it's that time for him to do that. So he's not going to leave it to you to mess up no more. He's going to make sure that you do what he called you to do in his time. And he's going to place his laws in our minds and our hearts, and we're not going to have to teach one another, because he's going to put that in he's going to change us. He's going to do the work. Shalom.